Hello, welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and if this sign is your sun, moon, or rising, this is your reading. And I really want to thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. You all matter so much to me. Thank you. And if this particular reading resonates with you, I would love for you to consider subscribing to the channel. Without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to my beautiful turtle with a new name. Ta-da! This is Woody. All right, and yes, he won the vote, and that is super cool. I am looking so forward to keeping Woody on the table with a fabulous name. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get busy. So Aries, let's talk about October. We're going to do the full overview, which is going to have 5 weeks in it and 3 rows as usual. We'll do where you are, what's blocking, what your solution is for all 5 weeks. And then we're going to go ahead and go in deep on the very first week of October, which is going to be September 28th through October 4th. Okay, that's a lot, right? But we're ready. All right, so let's go ahead and light the candle. I have a new candle we're going to play with. This one's pretty cool. It's a chakra candle, so it's got all the colors of the chakras. Ta-da! Starting at the bottom and working our way up, right? So it looks like Aries is going to be starting up on the 7th chakra. Okay, I'm sure this is an unscented candle, and it specifically is just to evoke interest in the chakras, etc. It isn't necessarily to say that it's specific or that it won't work for all the chakras. Ta-da! So it's called Sri Yantra, right? And it's it's decor, so don't worry. All right, we're not missing anything spiritually in the process. Couple of messages from my better angels for October. Well, let's talk about it, okay? We are all sort of having little weird things going on, maybe with a neighbor or a friend who's little things, little dumb things that are just, they bug us. Yeah, they make us crazy. It's true. Even me. I have neighbors who do funny things that make me crazy, and I have to just it's all about taking the high road, right? October, we want to take the high road. We want to look at things from a much higher perspective and see if we were to elevate ourselves above our house or even above our neighborhood, right? And really look down at ourselves and our situation and go, do I really want to get into a fight with my neighbor over something this small? Because, yeah, I mean, maybe the dog is doing his business in your yard, and it's really something that you see it every day. You're like, I go out every day, and there's a thing in my yard. And we may not know what's going on with our neighbor. Maybe our neighbor's got a whole other thing going on, and they're just like having this moment of silence when they go walking with their dog, and they just haven't been paying attention to what goes on with the dog. It isn't a malicious choice, it's just what the dog's habit is. So now we're mad at the dog more than we're mad at the neighbor, right? So we're looking for the high road, and the solution to the problem in that situation is just to go on out and pick it up, throw it away, be done with it. And you can even make up your own story as to what's going on with them. You don't have to know the truth. You can make up a story that's got all kinds of silly stuff in there that helps you feel like you're doing them a solid by not making a big deal out of it, right? Which is something I've done before, and it works. It makes me feel better. It makes me know that I'm handling the business, and it makes me less angry, right? And if I'm less angry, I'm better able to do everything else I need to do. So the goal here is just for the small slights that make us crazy, find a way to be less angry about it, because being angry about it isn't going to get you where you want to go, all right? So the other thing is to talk about getting priorities on getting projects done in October. Don't pick too many projects. Don't over obsess about one thing or another. But when we do pick a project, we will need to apply ourselves to it. Don't let it fall by the wayside. Get on it, get over it, get into it, do the thing, get it done, right? It's important that we do that kind of activity. It'll be better for accomplishing stuff. All right. I know it sounds a little goofy, but at the same time, if we can do that, things will get where they need to get to, and we'll feel better about ourselves, more accomplished. Things will be accomplished, and that is wonderful. All right. So, that being said, let's go ahead and look at the cards, right? I have a new deck we're introducing, as always. There's always something new. It's called the Embroidered Forest Tarot, and it's super fun. I think you'll really like it. I'm going to go ahead and use it for our guiding card for the month, and I think that you'll get a kick out of it. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so this is what it looks like on the front. There's a little rainbow action right there. So let's go ahead and splay them out and grab guiding card for Aries for the month of October. This is the one. All right. I'll set these aside. What do we have here? 9 of Swords. All right. The 9 of Swords is a beautiful card. It speaks very much to how we are wanting to reclaim power. We want to be the person in charge, and yet we sort of don't want to be the person in charge. There's that whole control project where we're feeling, I guess in the month of October, we're really wanting to be in charge of situations, but at the same time not. So we're like, yes, no, yes, no. And we've had bad experiences in the past, so we're really unsure about how to approach the situation. This could even be with those household projects, right? We want to be in charge, we want to do the thing, but we maybe had bad experiences, so we're a little cautious, a little uncertain. But I think that if you just take it and go for it, okay? Just get after it. I think you'll be fine, okay? It's about really appreciating the fact that you do have the knowledge you need. You just need to do the work. All right. Sometimes we hold ourselves back with, but I need to learn a little bit more. And the answer is, no, you don't. You're good. You got what you need. All you got to do is apply yourself to the situation, and that will help you, in fact, be better. Just get on with it, you know? It's all about getting active more than it is about continuing to tell ourselves that we need more information. We don't. We're just holding ourselves back. Okay, so we're going to save that over here on the side. And let's go ahead and do some more stuff with the cards. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get a mystery card. This deck here is the Mythic Tarot. We've used it before. It's coming back for this month. We're going to use it for our mystery card for the month. What do we need here? Yep, that's the one right there. All right. And that'll be just for this week, so we'll go ahead and save it right there. And I'm going to save these cards off to one side. So we'll go ahead now with our Tempest deck and start laying out the cards for the full reading, for the full overview. I want to thank you all for your interest in voting for what to name our little guy. That was super fun, and I appreciate just being able to interact with you. I love that. So keep that up. I love to talk to you about what's going on. So please continue to comment as much as you like. Of course, liking and subscribing is always wonderful, and I appreciate you all. We're getting so close to 1,000. Woo woo! I know, it's so crazy. Please, I'd love it if you did that. That'd be great. All right, cool. So, I'm going to go ahead and set these cards aside. And let's go ahead and look at what we have here. Well, this is the first week of October, September 28th through the 4th. We'll go in depth on this at the end of the reading after we've done an overview of and saved these. Okay, so let's go into it. All right, Aries, what we have here, we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is here showing me that in this first week of October, being September 28th through the 4th, there's people talking about you for something to do with you making a little more money. They may be considering you for a step up in your job in some way, helping you somehow become more financially stable, which is super cool. Be aware that there isn't anything you need to do differently. They already see you. You don't need to start acting better or performing or whatever to get better attention. You just need to go for it, okay? Keep doing what you're doing and everything is going to get done, all right? Now then, where you're blocked is in relationships, partnerships. Close partnerships aren't going to be helpful to you at this time. You might have to strike out on your own. If you're in a partnership, your partnership may be mad at you or trying to block you from moving forward. So you may have a naysayer. This could be a naysayer who is trying to talk you down because they want this opportunity for themselves. Just sort of be aware that it's happening. I don't think you have to do anything about it. I think you need to just know there's a naysayer out there. Somebody's trying to talk you down because they want what you are manifesting, right? They want what you're manifesting for themselves. That's really a bummer. It's terrible karma for them, by the way. So if you find yourself as being that person to your friend, the Aries, be aware. Be aware who you are. That's bad karma. So, and this card here is your solution. Knight of Swords. Fighting for your power. Fighting for control of the situation. Fighting to... this has really got vibes right now of saying I need to be free of the partnership. I need to be free of the situation, or at least clarify that you are the one who gets to make this decision in this situation, and so they don't get to have a say-so, or their say-so isn't the end all be all that they think it is. You are going to want to make your own decisions completely about whether or not you're moving forward with something else or staying back with a partner or whatever. But know that if you say no to this situation, your partner will jump on it and run off anyway. So if you cut ties with your partner and take the opportunity, then it's your opportunity and you're in charge and you're doing your thing. If you try to say no to this and stay true to your partner who's holding you back, your partner will probably dump you and run off and do this. So things are going to be, I don't see the partnership lasting, okay? It really sucks, and I'm really, really sorry about that. That's not what anyone wanted to hear. Hang tough, hang in there. Be aware that there's going to be some stuff to talk through at that, and hopefully you'll work through it, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about the 5th through the 11th of October. We have the Page of Cups. This card here is talking about how there's new information coming to you about something that you love or somebody that you love. So if this is your partner over here, you might be gaining new insights about your partner, or it could be this, I mean, when I say partner, I mean life partner, work partner, partner, you know what I mean. Check it out. Whoever you're linked with, you're going to be getting new backstory, and that backstory is going to be helpful to you. Probably would have been helpful before you did all this fighting and separating and stuff, but needless to say, you'll get the new information and you'll be like, huh, well, that was interesting. And it could be pro you or it could be con you, and so just be open to hearing information. This week, 6 of Pentacles is blocking you, showing that you're not going to have enough money to share, and you're not going to be in a position to do a lot of free-flowing financial stuff, okay? So just keep that in mind. It's what's happening. And yes, when you get this new information from about your partner or about relationships in general, it's going to leave you in a weird place where you need to process. So I want your solution this week is to take time out and process the information. Take it in, let it run through, you know, let it percolate, let it do its thing. Because I feel like you're having a new perspective on the situation. This was not an easy week. This was a difficult week. You found out the people that you trusted either weren't trustworthy because they wanted what you had coming, or that they are wanting to take it in. It wasn't great, right? So just be aware it was a tough week and you're processing the information the next week, okay? So give yourself time to process. Stay open to the possibility that it could have gone better. Yeah, it could have gone better. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about the next week, all right? 12th through the 18th. Okay, there's a complete release of something you don't need anymore. This could be physical stuff, this could be a way of thinking, a relationship, or even a job. Okay, so lots of areas where this can manifest itself, and I want you to be aware and pay attention to what you're releasing. It does feel like it's continuing a process here. Maybe this was a major test of the relationship, and you had to think it through and come up with your plan, and now you've come up with the solution to your situation and you're releasing the relationship. It doesn't have to be that, but that's something that's coming up. Be aware of that. You will not be getting new information about ways and means to make more money. There's no new means to make more money right now, okay? So keep that in mind. And the world. You're going to be finishing something up and then starting something new, okay? So this is really a good week for you to close the door on a situation and then mentally prepare to start another situation, okay? Very good. All right, cool. Moving on to the next week. Haha, we have the 19th through the 25th. We are jumping off and getting going in the right direction. We are moving forward, all right? So there will be a spontaneous choice to move forward, and you got to do it. You got to get going. Don't just sit around. Move along, all right? So starting something new. I love that when you finish something up, you finish something up and then you begin something new. Perfect. Love that. The Tower shows up in the blocked department, showing that things will not be falling apart, which is good news. They may also not be falling together either, so it's a little stagnant situation, but keep an eye on things. Be as prepared as you can be and work it through, okay? So, your solution is King of Cups. Interesting. Your solution for the 19th to the 25th, Aries, is the King of Cups, where you have an emotionally based male energy person who's going to be holding things down, keeping things straight, and keeping things clear. I feel like this is a person who will be sort of like a protection for you if something goes wrong. You know, I feel like they're going to want to try and help if anything goes astray, or it has parental vibes, it has good friend vibes, you know. So be aware of what that is and pay attention to what that is, okay? Cool. Now we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is going to be October 26th through November 1st. The very final week of October, 10 of Pentacles. The money is good. The money is right. The money is proper. You have what you need to take care of what you need to. You even might have some family money backing you up if you need that. You are supported. You are safe. Everything is going to be okay. Don't be alarmed, okay? Very, very nice. The next card down is where you're blocked this particular week. Even with all that money there, your brain and your judgment are off and you are not feeling quite clear. So I need you to just take a minute, be clear, or at least run it past someone else before you make any major decisions, because yeah, you could make a screw up in that situation and I don't want you to do that, okay? Now then, the 4 of Pentacles is here, showing that you're working more toward your solution is to make a stronger foundation, more so than worrying about the rest of it, okay? So this is cool and wonderful, but you want to have a stronger foundation financially with your money, your family money coming in. You want to put a priority on your financial foundation. But like I said, run it past someone else because your judgment is blocked. Okay? Cool. All right, Aries, I'm going to go ahead and save these cards as I like to, but I'm going to save them up here this time, I think. I just need a little bit more space. They'll still be used, but they'll be up here waiting, of course. So, nice. Now I'll come over here. We got these three from the overview. Da da da. And we're going to use this deck, which is, of course, the Tarot of the Abyss, to go deep on this particular reading. All right. So, first week of October, September 28th through the 4th. We were talking about, people are talking about you in a very positive way for your financial benefit, and they want to see you financially win, and they're really excited to see this for you. They want to push you forward. They want you to step up and do more. They're excited to hear about you and all your stuff. So they're excited. They're like, okay, let's get this person sailing into our waters. Yay. I just was going with the boat. Sorry. The next card down is all about judgment. Haha. So your judgment is going to be on point this particular week. Pay attention to what you're getting, what information is coming to you, and your better judgment will be on point, and you will know what to decide at this time. It won't be confusing for you. You'll be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what to do. Very cool. And you're going to go beyond your limiting beliefs. You have the Strength card showing that you are moving beyond your limiting beliefs. You are not feeling stuck. You're feeling, well, you're actually going beyond the ones that said, hey, I can't do that. There may have been a part of you that said, I don't know how to do that. I can't do that. That's beyond me. And you're saying, no, I got this. Wait, let me try this. It's going to be okay. So that's wonderful. I love to see that you're going to move beyond that. It's going to use very good judgment. You're going to choose a job that you can handle, and you're going to finish it, and it's going to be cool. All right. We talked about how you're blocked by a partner, someone who you are involved with. It could be a relationship partner or a business partner. Somebody who's close to you is going to block you in this situation and say, I don't know, man. I really don't know if this is going to work out for us. So they're definitely on the fence about how to support you in this situation. And they, like I said, they actually kind of wanted to take advantage of this opportunity themselves. So it could be a work thing. So pay attention. For some of you, that'll pan out exactly that way. Others, it'll just be somebody who's standing around telling you, I don't know if you have what it takes to do what they're going to continue with the naysaying. Unfortunate. King of Wands. This is a gentleman of like mind, down to earth, easygoing. Also blocking you. So that's frustrating. So as helpful as he could be, he's chosen to not be helpful at all. I'm sorry about that. While he was a source of information and knowledge, you are going to need to go back to YouTube and look for videos instead of expect them to help you figure out how to do the project, okay? Breathe and understand that it sucks, but you can do this, okay? And we have the Two of Cups. Down here, your relationship card, the Lovers, is here, and we have the Two of Cups, equally intertwined folksies. Super relationships not on tap right now. They're both blocked, so you may not have a lot of support from your person right now. If you're in a relationship, you're not going to be having the support of that person. So be aware of that and just sort of take it as it comes. I know that's frustrating and a little bit tough, but that's what's coming through there. Next, your solution right now is fighting for your power, fighting for control of your own situation and who you are, what you want to bring to the table in this situation. You may have decided for yourself that I'm going beyond my limiting beliefs. I don't need to be stopped. Please don't stop me. But you have a lot of people trying to stop you from doing something. So that's interesting. I want you to pay attention to what that is. We have the Two of Swords, showing that while you're fighting for your power, you don't want to be afraid. You want to step through any fear you have. You have two cards about stepping through fears. And I want you to do the stepping through the fears, but also don't do things so harshly that you end up eliminating people from your life forever, right? Because that would suck a lot. There's really no point in being in charge of, it's like, ooh, I pushed to do this project by myself, ta-da, 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 and then I end up with a broken leg or whatever. Oof. Not putting anything out there, but you know what I'm saying. You've done something that created distance between you and your people when you don't need to. Queen of Swords is all about a lady who is going to be quite controlling or want to be in charge of every little thing. This could be you. Be careful how it is, and if you need people to help you and do something and you want them to help you, be ready to teach them what they need to know so you can move forward. Otherwise, if they don't know, then you're just going to be angry at them all the time for not doing it your way. The other thing to know is that it's very important that she, if this is somebody outside of you who's trying to control the situation, understand why they're trying to be in charge. And, I mean, all these possible fear situations, maybe it's better to follow somebody else instead of be the one in charge. I know, we're all about being in charge. We're Aries. I'm an Aries too. I get it. But there's an opportunity here for you to maybe follow somebody else. It might be a potential to follow somebody else here. And that wouldn't suck for that situation. All right? Okay. So, let's get one of these cards. This is the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle. I really wanted to bring it back because they got the little witches on them and it's perfect for October, right? Hey. So let's get an oracle card for Aries for this week. All right. And yes, I'm home. It feels fantastic to be here. Just able to use more space. My space. Nice. All right, Aries. We got Joyous. And Joyous is definitely a wonderful option for all of us to work towards. The concept is obvious. Let's work towards being more joyous in the situation. If you can't be joyous in the project, if you can't be joyous at the job situation, if you can't be joyous with your partner, what is the benefit of all this potential power and this project that's putting you out there and moving you forward? Is there any joy in it? Is there going to be joy after it? Check the joy levels and also figure out what are you gaining? Are you eliminating people or pushing people away so that you can end up in more joy? Well, that might be worthwhile. But if you're not going to get any more joy out of the situation, I'm not sure it's worth any of it, right? I don't want to push the people who are nearest and dearest to me away if it's not going to create more joy for me, right? So, check yourself. Check yourself. I know. I'm with you. So, you need a mystery card. What's that mystery card? Oh, the World. Hell yeah. Nice. So there will be a completion. Something in this mix will be completed and done. There may be a relationship that becomes more complete in the process. So this doesn't have to be all of your relationships by any means. This could be a single specific relationship that we're talking about. And it might bring more joy to you to have this person completely out of your life. It's up to you. I know that life is weird and a little funny, and we're definitely in a position where getting it together and being clear about what we're completing will be very good. But also, what are we starting? When you finish something off, you start something new. I love that. It's going to be great. All right. So we'll put that down right there. Now, you need a pocket full of rocks. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. We have goldstone. We have red garnet. And we have amazonite. All right. So goldstone is a second chakra stone. So is red garnet. So they're kind of a side-by-side situation right there. But goldstone is about physical activity and about taking good care of what it is you want to create and being very creative and these two can also represent the male energy and the female energy in your higher heart. So be aware that your higher heart is telling you what it wants to do, and you're taking the orders from your higher heart. You're not just freelancing on your own. It's not your ego driving the boat. Double check and verify you're listening to your higher heart, and it's your higher heart that's telling you, hey, this is what we need to do. I want to build a beautiful garden. I want to make this beautiful space like this. Or maybe we're doing a single project that helps get the house ready to be better prepared for winter. But it's something you may have not done for a long time. So it's something that needs a lot of attention. It's a good idea. Just get into it, right? But remember, we're being proactive and physically active in our way towards completing a project. So that's good news. I love that. And Red Garnet is here speaking to our physical bodies and how are we physically feeling. Are we feeling good? Great. If we're not feeling good, we should probably talk to a professional. I am not a doctor. I'm not here to tell you anything except to take a minute, give yourself a body scan, see what's right, see what's not right, double check, maybe make an appointment, right? Make an appointment with somebody, get your blood checked, make sure all the levels are proper and right. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but this is where I would go if I was feeling not quite right. This is what I would do. And like I said, check yourself and make a decision and then talk to a professional. I am not a doctor. Okay? Now then, Amazonite is it's a sort of a cross between a heart stone and a throat stone. So it's a little bit between 4 and 5. It's fun. So this 4 and 5 stone is about speaking what your heart wants to say. Very gentle words, very gentle, loving, kind words. So even as you're fighting for your power, dealing with all your relationships, we are definitely moving through some stuff. I feel like when I look at them now, I'm going, okay, so you're definitely having an opportunity to move through a bunch of stuff. It might be your own stuff that you're working through, that you're fighting for your own power within yourself and afraid and walking through without fear. Cool, good for you. But don't stomp and roar over your people in the process. They're all watching out for you. They're all trying to keep you from like walking out over the ledge. So we want to make sure that we're not doing anything that makes people feel like you're just going to walk out over the edge. Okay? So be aware, be cautious, be careful, and I think that will help a lot. Okay? And like I said, be gentle when you're talking to them. All right? So let's put these stones down right here. Nope, I want this one right there. All right. Cool. Aries, you don't have to carry those stones if you don't want to. But of course, I want to thank you all so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes. You've all been so wonderful. I really appreciate the one and the all of you. If you haven't done so yet, now's a good time to do that. And if you haven't looked into the description box below, you'll want to check it because there's a lot of cool stuff there. All the fairs where I go to and when I'll be there will be listed, and check the dates and stuff. There may be changes soon. And by all means, if you can't make it out to the fair, then by all means, you can totally set up and get a private reading over the phone with me. I am here for you for that. Go ahead and check it out. Weekends aren't really good for that, but I'm available most evenings, all right? Thank you so much for your interest in my work. I appreciate you all. We will talk next week about the 5th through the 11th, and thank you so much for being here.